Good morning. We continue our journey to Jerusalem to celebrate the Easter resurrection. And our song in our playlist today is Psalm 63, the first 8 verses. Psalm 63, in easy terms, expresses a deep longing for God like a thirsty person in a desert, and a desire to praise God for his love and power even in difficult times. It is thought that, in fact, there's a subtitle to this psalm, a psalm of David when he was in the wilderness of Judea. And there are two periods in David's life when this could have been written. The first is when Saul is fleeing, when David is fleeing Saul, who's trying to kill David through his because of his mental illness. And in a later time, David's oldest son, Absalom, has decided that he wants to be king and he wants to overthrow his father. And to be king, he has to kill his father. And so David has gone into the wilderness to hide out. On both of these occasions, it's important to remember, I think, that David is not alone. He has gone with a group of men to hide out, fighting men, to hide out. And so he was not alone, completely alone. Although being out in the wilderness, even with a group of people with you, there's still a loneliness that you have there. So here are the words that David has written as they're translated in the Common English Bible. God, my God, it's you. I search for you. My whole being thirsts for you. My body desires you in a dry and tired land, no water anywhere. Yes, I've seen you in the sanctuary. I've seen your power and glory. My lips praise you, because your faithful love is better than life itself. So I will bless you as long as I'm alive. I will lift up my hands in your name. I'm fully satisfied as with a rich diner. My mouth speaks praise with joy on my lips. Whenever I ponder you on my bed, whenever I meditate on you in the middle of the night, because you've been a help to me, and I shout for joy in the protection of your wings. My whole being clings to you. Your strong hand upholds me. There is, in this wilderness situation, in addition to the thirst for water, there's a profound stillness and isolation. And because of that stillness and isolation, it's an ideal place for reflection, which can satisfy the deep thirst of humanity. And there are many monasteries over the years that have been built in wilderness, and some still to this day, in this same wilderness. And even Jesus has a profound experience in the wilderness, being driven there for 40 days and nights of fasting, followed by the temptations of Satan. Let's take a look at this psalm and the different things that are expressed, the different situations that we find there. The setting. As I said, this is attributed to David and is thought to be written while he was in the wilderness, either fleeing from Saul or from his son Absalom. There's a longing that David expresses, a profound thirst for God, stating that his soul and body long for God, just as a thirsty person longs for water in a dry land where there is little or no water. There is a seeking God. David expresses a desire to see God's power and glory as he has seen it in the sanctuary, and to seek him earnestly. That seeking it as he has seen it in the sanctuary, I think that probably is what David is yearning for as much as anything else. Now, true, he's separated from family and other people, but being able to worship in the sanctuary, that place that is near to the Holy of Holies, where God's presence is thought to be, and to be separated from that, that would cause David, I think, great sorrow. There's God's love. David realizes that God has a loving kindness that is better than life itself, and it motivates him to praise God. And David does praise God and express gratitude. He vows to praise God with his lips and lift up his hands in prayer, expressing gratitude for God's blessings. Reflecting on God, even in the wilderness, David finds comfort in remembering God and meditating on him, even at night, and I think probably most especially at night. In the clear, cool air, when you're away from civilization, where there aren't those lights of civilization that blot them out, you can see those stars that twinkle from horizon to horizon. There is an awesomeness to that that I think expresses God's presence. Protection and security. David sees God as a refuge, like a bird protecting its young. There is in the Psalms, I'm not sure which psalm it is, I had to spend some time looking it up, but there is in the Psalms an expression of God as a mother hen who spreads her wings to shelter the young and protect the young. And a picture that I've seen illustrating that of a mother hen whose wings are spread out, and her chicks are gathered in close to her body, underneath those wings on each side of her body, to have that protection. There is the enemy's fate. David anticipates the downfall of his enemies, the death of Saul and Absalom, and knowing that as they perish, that he's going to find joy in God's presence. But at the same time David is finding joy, he also has grief. Saul was God's anointed. Saul's son Jonathan was very, very close to David. Absalom was David's firstborn. And so there would be grief over their death, even knowing that that had to be. And this whole psalm is an experience. It reflects David's experience. This experience in the wilderness that has led him to a deeper appreciation for God's presence and a stronger desire to worship and praise God. As I said, the theme of this week is My Soul Clings, and we see David clinging here, and we too need to cling to God. I found a paraphrase of this psalm. It was done in such a way to allow you to sing this psalm, and it was suggested that you sing it each morning. I don't have the music to sing it with. I wouldn't try to sing it if I did have the music, because that's just not one of the talents that God has given me. But I did like these words and the way that it's paraphrased, and I wanted to close by sharing that with you. God, you are my God. I want to be near you. I need you to give me life, like a thirsty person in a dry desert. As a person needs water to live, that is how I need you. When I have gone into your temple, I have seen what you are like. I have seen your great power and your glory. Your faithful love for me is better than life itself. So I will speak out to praise you. Yes, I will thank you for as long as I live. I will lift up my hands and I will pray to you. You make me very happy, better than a feast of good food. I will sing happy songs to praise you. When I lie on my bed, I think about you all through the night. You are the one who keeps me safe, like a bird protects its babies under its wings. So I sing happy songs. I keep very near to you, and your strong right hand keeps me safe. Whether you worship with us in the sanctuary on Sunday or you worship with us online, it is my prayer that God's blessings will be upon you and that you spend some time with this psalm in preparing to worship on Sunday morning.